Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Nicole Joy, and I thought I would go ahead and do an Ask Me Anything video. I finally have a quick little list of questions. My friend and I have been talking, and we've been curating questions back and forth. He's going to be doing one, and then I'm going to be doing one, which I'm doing right now. I also don't know how long I'm going to have, so I apologize in advance for the messed up camera quality. I'm not using my holder, I'm just holding it myself, and let's see how this thing goes. So, first question I have is from my friend Steve. I'm gonna put this down here real quick. Hang on. Okay, let's try this way. There's people outside, and it'd be weird. So anyway, let's see how this looks. My chin, I hate my chin. Anyway, here we go. My first question is from my friend Steve, who you've probably seen in some other videos that I've done. He's 9-Ball Steve on Pogo, and we've been hanging out and doing gin and pool, of course, and all that stuff. So hopefully he'll see this. I don't want to turn you off. Stop it. Stupid thing. Anyway, his question is, if you could get anything for Christmas, what would it be? Now, I have a few different types of answers for this. There's either going to be something deep and meaningful, or just something selfish or something silly. So, I don't know. You know, I'm not a gift-getting type of person. I don't require gifts. Ooh, a gaming computer. That would be my thing. I would love to get a brand new gaming computer, a gaming room, and some editing going, so I can actually do like complete Pokemon Nuzlocke and Wedlocks and all that stuff. With this being involved, and commentary, and the works, I think that would be fantastic. Now, a silly one. Greatest gift I could get for Christmas? 1,000 subscribers. If I had 1,000 subscribers, I could get my monetization back. Now, that's not going to happen for another year or so, but while I'm on the subject, we are at 630 subscribers, officially, I guess, and that's going really well as well, and we've surpassed 130,000 views, so the watch time's going good, the views are going good, and, you know, progress. I'm all about progress, even though it's slow going. Progress is still progress, right? So, since I still don't know how long I'm going to have, moving on, let me see. What do you wish your brain was better at doing? This is an easy one. Remembering dreams. I cannot, for the life of me, remember a dream. Or have a dream that I actually want to have. Like, you know how you'll be going to bed, and you'll be having some very, very good thoughts, and you just want to continue that and see where it takes you? Yeah, mine never work out that way. I've had a few dreams that have been memorable. The most recent one was not something that I wanted to remember, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So, at least I was able to remember it and cross that resolution off my list. So, there's that. What is my dream car? A Volkswagen Thing. Preferably a Volkswagen Thing truck. Automatic, because I've never driven a manual, and as much as I would like to attempt using a stick shift, I'm gonna probably wind up crashing into something, and that just wouldn't be good for anybody. So, a Volkswagen Thing, those are fantastic. If I can think about it, I'll try to pop a photo of it here. But yeah, Volkswagen Thing is my dream car, truck, what have you. They're amazing. I would love one. So what is the best book or series that you've ever read? Very good question for myself. I am a complete and total book nerd. So my best book I've read is very difficult because I've read so many great ones that it's a little bit hard to narrow down. So I'm just going to go for series. Again, that's pretty hard as well. For various genres, I've got my mystery series would be James Patterson's Alex Cross series. In that series, probably Kiss the Girls was my favorite. It was twisted, kind of demented. They were dealing with Casanova. He kidnapped a bunch of really pretty women and kept them in a bunker. One of the women was Alex Cross's niece, Naomi. And so he had to go, and he had a personal vendetta and had to rescue his niece while trying not to kill Casanova because he's a cop and you're not supposed to kill people. For the fantasy genre, probably Christine Feehan is my favorite author. She does the Carpathian novels, the Dark series. The first one was Dark Prince, and that was pretty good. But they're kind of... I have a guilty pleasure with that. I'm a paranormal romance fan. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. I feel bad trying to keep it. Oh, people are staring at me. Isn't that nice? I feel bad keeping that kind of book in the house, because Grandma used to read some of the things that I had, and the last thing I need is her reading a steamy scene and knowing that I'm reading it. That would just be really awkward. But on the topic of books, my current series is, speaking of romance, is the Black Hawk Boys by Lexi Ryan. I am one book away from finishing it after this one. Falling Hard is dealing with Keegan. Keegan's story is really good. I enjoy it a lot. But I'm looking forward to the ending with Mason and hopefully Bailey. They need to get off their butts and just do this thing already. They're perfect for each other. Moving on, before I rant too far. What did you think that you would grow out of but haven't yet? Probably wrestling. I grew up on it watching WCW with my dad in the late 90s, and then 2002 happened, and there were a couple of guys that debuted. One in particular who I just kind of got hooked on, I guess. And I've been watching off and on at least since 2002. I was super into it. If you know me from Pogo, you know that my screen name on Pogo is Wrestling Girl 657. I was a massive wrestling fan until probably about 6 years ago when we dropped the TV, cable and such. We dropped that and I wasn't able to watch wrestling anymore. So I just went to YouTube to catch my highlights, and I've kind of fallen off of that because lately I've just been doing a lot of like Pokemon work and music videos and stuff like that on YouTube, so I haven't been watching as much as I have in the past. But yeah, so probably I expected to grow out of wrestling, and then every time I do think that I'm done with the sport, something else happens that brings me back in. The guy in question from 2002 that debuted that I was hooked with, we made a pact, at least I made a pact, that when he retires, I'm done. And then I thought that was coming, so I was preparing to be done and retire my fanhood, and then next thing you know, he signs up for another decade, and I'm stuck. I can't give up now. And then when I thought I was out completely, he goes and wins the United States title. I had such a fangirl moment. I wish I could let go. I really do, but that's just apparently not the way my brain works. What am I addicted to? I'm not really sure what I'm addicted to. I've already mentioned wrestling, but I'm not really addicted to that anymore. I'm addicted to YouTube. Let's put it that way. Simple question. What stereotype do you completely live up to? I don't believe in stereotypes. I mean, stereotypes are meant to be broken, so I'm gonna say none, just because stereotypes are an evil thing. If you think I do fall into a stereotype, it's probably gonna be the typical nerd, so we'll see about that. Okay, so, I'm still not sure how much time I'm going to have, but as you can see, it's a different day, and I've had to clear all of my data and files and stuff to hopefully this works. So I'd like to try either to redo some of the questions that I did before, or just continue what I was doing before. I don't know how long I'm going to have, so let's just jump right into this thing and we'll see how we go. What's something that you are self-conscious about? Well, I mentioned earlier that I hate my chin. Probably my overall size and my weight. You know, in the to be completely transparent, I started the year at 272 pounds. I kind of let myself go when I was younger. There were things that happened, and I just kind of started to not care, I guess, about myself, my appearance, or anything like that. So I'm paying for that now. But when I weighed myself this morning, I was at 246. So my weight loss has been going very, very well this year. Holiday dessert season hasn't kicked me in the butt yet. So next year I'm hoping another 25, and next thing I know I'll be back to my plan weight, as they say. I haven't been this low of a weight since I was in school, probably middle school, which is when everything started happening. I was 11 when my life event happened, and I just started to not care about anything, and I quit Taekwondo. I just didn't care anymore. But now I do. I still do Taekwondo. I do kickboxing and all that, and it's gonna take me a while to get back to where I should be, but it's a work in progress. So, what irrational fear do you have? Irrational fear. I don't know. Death. That's probably. No sweat. Sorry, my hands are sweaty and I have to hold this thing by myself because I can't hold it up because there's people around. Actually, I probably can, come to think of it. I'm sorry. This is not professional in the least, but y'all should be used to that by now. I'm not professional. But anyway, having a fear of death is irrational because death is guaranteed. Everybody dies, but I guess my fear is premature death. Death of family. I know that sorry. I know that the people that I love are going to die eventually, and that's just something that I'm not emotionally prepared to handle. I've had dreams about how I'm going to handle it, but I'm not prepared. So my irrational fear is probably death, because you can't stop it. So it's completely irrational to be afraid of it. You should just not embrace the death, but, understand that it's going to come, Sorry, I'm very dry, so I brought mint. I was smart for once and didn't forget things. Let's see. If your childhood had a smell, what would it be? Dirt. Dirt and sweat. I was, as surprising as this may be, I was a bit of an athlete growing up. I started Taekwondo classes when I was 4. I played outside during the summers, from about 10 a.m. to 10:30 at night. My friend Alex and I, one of my neighbor friends, we would go all day long and just do soccer and football and biking and cops and robbers, cowboys and Indians, and all that stuff. So it was very, very fun. So I guess dirt. I was dirty, I guess. I was always outside. I was always sweating. I was always doing sports. Football was a big time favorite of mine. So I guess that, if I had to pick something, it'd probably be that. Let me see. What's the most immature thing that you do? I hold a grudge at people that I don't know. Primarily, like in the wrestling business. Again, I'm not like a massive wrestling fan, but there was a guy who turned on the guy that I signed up with in 2002 that I mentioned earlier in the video. He turned on him, beat him down, made him bloody, made me very sad, and I've never forgiven him, even though I know it was probably supposed to happen and everything was all worked out, but didn't really stop me from being angry. And I still don't like him to this day. I mean, he's a good guy, he's a good dad, he's doing all he can to help run the company, but at the same time, frick you. How dare you? How dare you mess with the love of my life? Like, seriously. See, if you could have video of any one event in your life, what would it be? Now, I'm unsure if this is past event or future event. My video for the one past event. Okay, so this is actually easy. When I was probably 9, I think I was 9, I had a test in Taekwondo for my deputy black belt. It was it's the red and black one in Taekwondo, one tier below a certified black. And I'm told time and time again how the battle went, but I can't remember it for the life of me. There was I had to face 2 black belts to pass my deputy black belt. He thought I was special, which I was, admittedly. I moved up the ranks very, very quickly, so Taekwondo was something I was, like, super, super into and good at. But there was these 2 teenagers, like 14, 15 years old, Hannah and Richie. Richie was this awesome Brit. I'd probably really like him now if I was into that kind of thing back in the day. But I was just there to, you know, beat faces and leave. But I had to face the 2 of them in a handicap, and I didn't win because, you know, my master Scott, he called the bout before anything happened, but I was told that I did this like jumping split kick between the 2 of them, bounced off of Richie's chest, and then hit Hannah in the chest. And I would love nothing more than to have video of that. I would upload that in a heartbeat if I had that. That'd be so much fun. I would love to see that. But, you know, alas, my mom was against video cameras back in the day for reasons. So I didn't have video of anything. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. I would love that. What lie do you tell most often? I do not lie. I have every intention of following through with everything that I say. I'm a complete open book, and I never lie. Keeping that in mind, probably when I say be right back, I'll tell my friend in chat, you know, BRB, gotta go outside, I'll see you in a minute. And I know that it's probably gonna take like an hour, so probably that, because I say be right back and then I'm not right back. So probably that one. I'm a jerk. What do I wish I've done sooner? I wish that I would have learned how to take care of myself sooner. I wish that I wouldn't have been such a filthy kid, and I would have actually taken my baths when I was younger instead of pretending, because I'm paying for it. My skin's not great, my hair's not great, my weight's was out of control. I'm getting it back in control, but you know, my teeth ain't great. There's nothing about me that I can say with utmost certainty is fantastic and that I love. So I wish that I would have taken better care of myself sooner. Which is a message to everyone if you're in the younger set. Take care of yourself. Care about yourself. Because if you don't care about yourself at a young age and you don't do it until you're in your 20s, you're more than likely going to have some issues. So a little word of advice from experience. Take care of yourself and love yourself before it's too late. What's been my scariest dream? The dreams that I can remember? My dad dying. Right after he got sick, he had a fairly big cancer scare. And, I thought it was gonna be all the way over, and I guess that influenced my dreams. And, irrational. This dream, it makes no sense at all. But, you know, it happened. There was this cliffside, and I seen him fall down it, and for some reason he got eaten by a bunch of alligators. I don't understand where that came from. Crocodiles, alligators, which have you. Some giant reptile. I don't remember the nose, so I don't remember what it was, but he died to a reptile attack. And then oddly enough, I got saved and comforted by a certain individual with a tour bus. Now I'm just gonna leave it at that. But that was probably my scariest dream. Okay, so it is day 3 of me making an attempt at doing an Ask Me Anything vlog. So, when we last left off, I believe it was on the what's your scariest dream question, which I've already stated was the dream that I had of my dad dying. A few dreams since then have followed onto that, where I would kind of dream about what I would do in that kind of situation, and as much as I said I was never going to be like my mom, a lot of those dreams involved me running. And that's been her MO pretty much her entire life, and I didn't want to ever be like that. But when I just thought about losing him, it was the only thing I could think was to run to my best friend. And that's one of the last most recent dreams that I had about this. Was I ran to him and he helped me out. So now that we're all caught up on where we once were, let's carry on before I'm no longer alone again. So, we did Immature Thing, which is holding a grudge. My other one, I guess, would be like my nose. I'd still try to clean that out. No, I shouldn't, but you know, it's what I do. So let me see. Wish I'd done sooner. Taking care of myself. Just the most embarrassing thing you have in your room. Well, it's not really embarrassing, but I have a snake. Not real. Don't panic. I would never have a real one. I love them from afar, but I would never, like, want to be near one. They're still kind of a small fear, I guess. But anyway, one of the last trips that my family took was me, my mom, my dad, and my grandma. We went to Binder Park Zoo in Michigan, where I'm from. I'm not from Battle Creek, but it was a bit of a drive in there. And I was a big snake fan because I grew up idolizing the crocodile hunter. So I was just a fan of all animals that people didn't really like. Because, you know, every animal deserves love. So anyway, I digress. So I have this like 4-foot-long Burmese python that I named Burmy, or Bernie, depending on my mood at the time. But he's hanging up above my bed, and then I put the bracelet that my dad gave me from when he was young. He has Road Warrior Hawk. He has his leather wristband, and so I tried to put it on, but my wrists are so large and my forearm so poppable with the muscles and stuff that I kind of broke it. So I didn't want to break it any further, so I decided I would put it on my snake as a collar. If I can think again to do editing and stuff, I'll pop a photo of it right about now. So that's that, and then I guess the only thing that'd be embarrassing, just because people would probably take it wrong, I have a friend who definitely would. I have a pair of handcuffs hanging above my bed. I had those when I was young, part of the whole cops and robbers thing, and it reminds me of a simpler time, and my friends that I grew up with, we would use them during the cops game, and handcuff each other to bikes and trees and that kind of thing. So there's that. Embarrassing, I guess because of my gender, I have a knife collection. I'm a big fan of blades and knives and that kind of thing, so I guess that'd be embarrassing. I don't really have anything except for my, ooh, wait, better answer. I have a box that I just labeled memories, and it's, like, poems that I wrote. I have a little book of poetry that I wrote for various, guys that I used to like back in the day, and feelings that I was having, all that stuff. My journal, diary, that kind of thing, and then drawings, newspaper clippings about people that I liked and all that. Kind of embarrassing, but not really. I mean, I'm not embarrassed by my emotions anymore. It's just one of those things that I've learned to embrace. So let me see if there's anything else on the sheet before I have to go. Let me see. Oh, that's pretty much all that's on there. I was asked multiple times, so I guess I can answer it here as well. Why don't I have commentary on my videos? I mean, I'm able to do this, right? So if I'm able to do conversations and vlogs and that kind of thing, then why don't I have commentary on my videos? Well, that's because I have a very, very loud bird. He is 21. I've probably mentioned that earlier or in previous vlogs or whatever, but he's very, very loud, and he doesn't like it when people are talking, so I'm being stared at again, I'm sorry. But, and the computer is in the open common area, so I don't really have space or privacy with which to record properly. And even if I did, I probably wouldn't have a good enough computer to do it. I'm not really good with the editing thing. I've never used Premiere. I tried using Lightworks and it didn't go very well for me. So I just use Windows Movie Maker. That is how I do like editing for all of my videos and outros and stuff like that. So it works. Make no mistake about that. It definitely works. I'm able to put the videos out, but at the same time, it's not like with layouts and all that kind of stuff. So I would have to learn how to do all of that. I have some friends who could probably help, guide me along. But yeah, so I guess that's basically it. If there's any questions that I didn't answer here or that you guys would have, feel free. Oh God, excuse me. Feel free to leave those down in the comments below. You can also message me directly on Twitter. You can tweet at me on Twitter. I will leave that in the description below. Or you can just go to, my Twitter is joy657_. I'm very upset that I had to use it that way because my usual one that I would just do of joy657 was already taken, so there's that, I guess. So I'm gonna try to edit all this stuff together and see if I can take my past 3 days of vlogging attempts and make them into one cohesive video. But before I go, one more quick reminder that we have a Discord server. You can also hit me up on Discord. You can join it and hit me up and ask me anything that you want there. It's probably going to be the easiest way to get a hold of me. I have it on mobile, on this, so I'll be able to get any, oh God, I'm sorry. I'll be able to get your questions directly on there any time of the day. Provided I'm actually home and connected to the Wi-Fi. Right now I'm not, so it's being quiet, yay. But it's a PokeFans Discord server. It's me, my best friend Monkey Ray, who you guys should know by now. I've certainly mentioned him enough times. Youngster Joey, at Videos Joey. Mark Blue finally got back from Vietnam and work, so he's in there now, and I can't wait to see his next few projects. We've got Raz, and we've got Angelina, and Cool Dude, and Fedora, sir. I don't know. I'm just completely rambling now because I'm alone and my phone's working on me, so I'm gonna get out of here before my storage decides to fill up again. But I wanted to remind y'all that we have a Discord server. Invite you to join. Again, that will also be linked in the description below, and it is on my YouTube homepage. It's right on my banner next to my Twitter, my Facebook, Pogo account, and that kind of thing. So I will get out of here, hopefully get this up by Christmas, and I'm hoping to try to do another Merry Christmas vlog where I do some shout outs for the year, get my New Year's resolutions set up, and we can discuss some things on that as well. So hopefully this was good for y'all. Yeah, I know it was good for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll see about getting some more questions, see if my friends can help me out with that, and see if you guys have any. Because I really enjoy this, you know, this connection, opening up a little bit more. I told my weight for the very first time. I told a little bit of backstory and history on some things, but it was good. I really enjoyed it. This was one of the things I wanted to do going forward, so I'm happy that I was able to. And hopefully I'm still looking at the camera. Sorry, my camera's right there, and I'm here. I'm terrible, but all my links will be in the description. Check out some people up here, and I hope that y'all enjoyed, and I will hopefully catch y'all soon. Back to regular content very, very soon in the new year. Thanks again, and I'll catch y'all soon. Later.